Breaking on 4 News now at 6. Spokane's air quality takes a hit as wildfire smoke moves in. We'll show you where it's coming from as we track all of the wildfires in our region.
Our hot, dry, and gusty winds are not doing fire crews any favors. That's why today is a weather alert day. I'll show you when conditions will improve and when you can expect a major cool down in your first alert forecast.
And suspicious fires popping up in Riverside State Park, how rangers are working to stop them from spreading, and the toll it's taking on them. You're watching 4 News now at 6.
And we begin with breaking news. This is a live look of crews mopping up a wildfire near Spokane Community College. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This is a new fire we've been monitoring since we were with you last at 5 o'clock. It's burning right off of North Green Street and Mission, as you saw in that live look. It's still developing tonight. We will update you just as soon as we learn more.
Also breaking tonight, we're tracking a handful of other wildfires in the area that has shut down a highway in Whitman County, turned our blue skies into a dingy brown, and have forced some families from their homes.
And that includes this one. Get out now evacuation orders in place for this fire burning off of Highway 127 south of Dusty. Anyone living within a half mile of the fire needs to leave now. According to Whitman County Emergency Management, it has burned about 1,500 acres. That's about 2 square miles. Washington State Patrol says a motorhome caught fire while driving on the highway and the flames spread from there.
Level 3 evacuation orders are also in place for a brush fire near Athol. According to the Bonner County Sheriff's Office, anyone living along Sunset Road and the area of Little Blacktail and Crosswhite is asked to leave immediately.
We're also tracking a wildfire burning near Highway 21 in Adams County, about 13 miles west of Britsville. That fire closed the highway for about an hour, but it has since reopened.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now.
And Chris, this is basically worst case scenario for fire crews and exactly why you declared this a weather alert day.
That's right. And the next 2 to 3 hours are going to be critical on the fire lines. We are still under a fire weather warning until 9 o'clock for those gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour in spots, very low relative humidity and hot conditions as well. Here's a look at wind gusts around the region right now. Some of the strongest winds right where they're fighting fires down on the Palouse into the LC Valley. Moses Lake, a 34-mile-per-hour gust. We have 36-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane and 29-mile-per-hour gusts in Coeur d'Alene. Now, the winds are going to continue through about 7 o'clock. We have the potential for 40-mile-per-hour gusts, so just for the next hour. Then we'll see more in the neighborhood of 25-mile-per-hour gusts until about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Winds will die down much more substantially as we get closer to midnight. And there are other things that are going to be improving as well, starting with our temperatures. Right now, we are in the 90s in many locations, 90 from Bonners Ferry all the way down to St. Mary's, close to 90 in Spokane. It's 92 degrees in Moses Lake. We did get into the 90s in Spokane. We're going to drop 10 degrees for tomorrow. Relative humidity readings right now are in the teens in many locations. Those relative humidity values are also going to be increasing tomorrow. So all things are going to be helping firefighters. But tomorrow there will be a lingering damage from those fires, and that is our air quality. I will be back in just a few minutes to tell you exactly where that smoke is coming from. The answer might surprise you, and how our air quality is going to change over the next 24 hours, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. And because of current wind conditions, organizers had to cancel tonight's night market in Kendall Yards. Organizers say it's not safe for vendors to set up their tents, but weather permitting, the night market should be back next week.
Spending a day at Riverside State Park is a favorite tradition for our community. This summer, though, constant wildfires have changed things. Smoke fills the air, and evacuations have cut our fun days at the park short, taking a toll on the park rangers meant to protect the park. Hunter Bertram joins us at Riverside State Park tonight and shares how park ranger patrols have shifted given the many suspicious fires that have ignited this summer.
Areas of scorched, blackened earth seen throughout Riverside State Park. As park rangers tell me, many suspicious fires have been ignited this summer. Now they're having to realign resources to be able to stop these fires from happening and catch the person who's doing it.
Just the sheer amount of fires has been really has been a lot.
Since July 4th, more than a dozen fires have ignited in Riverside State Park.
The vast majority of those have been under suspicious circumstances.
Pristine days are interrupted as fires erupted. State Park area manager Justin Krogstad says he's never seen anything like this in his nearly 10 years with state parks.
So Washington State Parks is not set up or staffed to be a 24-hour law enforcement operation. That being said, most of these fires have occurred very late, and so our staff has adjusted their hours.
Now, park rangers are working overnight to protect the park, putting in long hours every day, taking a toll on already stretched thin resources.
We have to remove staff from those areas, doing customer service, doing visitor safety, to respond to these fires and assist.
This summer, too, they're short-staffed and have struggled to hire additional rangers. Today, only 5 rangers are commissioned for the park.
And so there's definitely been a decrease in staff presence during the day at our parks.
But in the aftermath of some of these destructive fires, rangers are still committed to keeping the park safe.
Yeah, right now it's all hands on deck, trying to figure out what's going on and who's doing this.
Park rangers asking you do call in anything suspicious you may see in the park. They say that could possibly prevent another fire from being started. In Riverside State Park, I'm Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
And fire season is far from over. Make sure you get live alerts by downloading the 4 News Now app and turning on push alert notifications to get those important updates sent straight to your phone.
Well, construction crews are trading in their asphalt pavers for picket signs, leading major construction projects to come to a halt, with the local union going on strike yesterday. That means detours and lane reductions from North Spokane all the way down to Pullman will remain in place for the foreseeable future. It could even lead to delays on major construction projects in Post Falls. One project that's grinding to a halt is the repairing of the Green Street Bridge near Spokane Community College.
The Department of Transportation says part of the bridge is too dangerous to drive on, pointing to numerous holes in the deck. Madeline Mullins shares how long this could go on for and how the community is feeling about it.
The local 302 union includes 14,000 construction workers throughout Washington, Idaho, and Alaska. These people make sure our roads are safe and smooth to drive on. But the projects to do that have been paused indefinitely. Outside of Inland Asphalt, the International Union Operating Engineers were picketing. The strike has brought several projects to a grinding halt since it started yesterday, including this one here on Green Street, where traffic was at a standstill earlier. The community has mixed reviews about how this will impact them.
I haven't been congested with the traffic, but as far as the construction goes, if it's something that's going to make improvement and it's going to make it overall better for everybody, why not?
While some say we all just need to be patient, others tell me the constant construction delays are frustrating. The owner of Burrito House, a restaurant on the corner of Green and Mission, says the construction is hurting her business, and she looks forward to when it will finish. The lane closures here were set to wrap up Monday, August 18th. Now, nobody knows when work will resume. Other paving projects in both Pullman and Chewelah have also stopped. The Idaho Transportation Department says the I-90 widening project and the Pleasant View interchange in Post Falls may also experience delays if this strike continues.
Like I said, just have to be patient with it.
And we've reached out to multiple union representatives to ask for specific details on what they're asking for and have been told they don't have a comment. The construction coalition they're negotiating with, AGC, also refused to comment. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Madeline, thank you. More than a dozen members of the Idaho National Guard are now helping ICE. Governor Brad Little authorized this action earlier in the week, saying this shows Idaho's commitment to aiding and supporting other agencies. Governor Little says these 14 agents will help with office tasks, allowing ICE agents to focus on law enforcement. This follows U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth authorizing 20 states, including Idaho, to activate up to 1,700 National Guard members to help support ICE. Those who work in the Idaho immigrant community, however, say this impacts people seeking legal status.
The National Guardsmen, are employed in emergency response situations, fires, floods, civil unrest. I think it's part of a larger narrative to portray the immigrant community as part of this emergency that has plagued our country.
Luis Campos says there's a worry more National Guardsmen will be authorized.
The Spokane County Sheriff is asking for the community's help to support the family of the late Sergeant Kenneth Salas. Sergeant Salas, who spent decades with the Sheriff's Office, died on Saturday. He was killed when he was hit by a motorcycle while trying to clear a hay bale that fell onto I-90. He is the first Spokane County Sheriff's deputy to lose their life in the line of duty in more than 20 years. The Sheriff's Office is currently accepting donations to help support the Salas family through SCOPE and the Behind the Badge Foundation.
Whatever the public thinks they can or are willing to do, we would certainly appreciate it, and it'll help us honor Sergeant Salas in a way that he deserves and is befitting of this community.
You can find a link to donate by finding this story on KXLY.com.
Still ahead, parents in one North Idaho school district are stressed, trying to figure out how their kids are going to get to school. We'll show you what led the district to cut 8 bus routes tonight at 6:30.
And with college students heading back to campus, many freshmen are making big financial decisions for the first time. Why experts say that inexperience could make them prime targets for scammers. That's next on 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
If you're looking for a great deal on quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection to choose from, then you need to come down to Findlay Honda, Spokane.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
Looking for a cool new tricked-out truck? Perfect for the Inland Northwest? Then you need to visit Cal Cars, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's Truck Kings. From half to 3/4 ton to dualies and diesels. Like your deal, love your wheels this week in Cal.
Every day, our customers experience that moment. The moment when the decision is made and the train has left the station. When there's nothing left to do but lean forward and watch a little piece of the future unfold right before your dilated pupils. It only lasts a heartbeat or two, and some moments end better than others. But whatever the outcome, there's never a dull moment at Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
With summer almost over and the kids soon headed back to school, now, more than ever, is the perfect time to get that new flooring or some stylish new cabinets before winter arrives. From Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
At Northwest Granite, our showroom is packed full of great ideas. From stunning granite, marble and quartz countertops, to modern-looking wall panels, and a large selection of flooring options. Northwest Granite can help you design it and install it so you can enjoy it.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Moo Fitness.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
Andy's Heating Cooling has been providing service for all your heating and cooling needs since 1972. Andy's specializes in all commercial service and maintenance. Planned preventative maintenance can decrease repair costs by 12 to 16%, extend the life of your equipment, and lower energy costs by as much as 50%. Maintenance contracts and emergency service are available for commercial buildings. Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
Well, it's no secret that many young adults do a lot of online shopping.
But the ease of online transactions could leave them open to scams. CNN's Karen Kafa explains why they're targeting young shoppers and especially college students.
Back to college season especially means a lot of Gen Zers are making financial transactions on their own, often with little experience. And that could put them at greater risk for scams than some of their older counterparts.
Gen Z has digital savvy, but may lack the experienced eye that can spot a scam.
Gen Z, their digital fluency
is their superpower, and it's also their blind spot.
In 2024, the Federal Trade Commission says younger people ages 20 to 29 reported losing money to fraud and scams more often than older people ages 70 to 79.
That's why it's so important to let them know, hey, there's going to be emails that come to your inbox that might not be from who they say they are. That deal online for books might not be a real website.
With members of Gen Z headed to college campuses and responsible for more financial decisions on their own, Margarita Alvarez of Wells Fargo advises young consumers to verify who they trust, especially online.
Make sure that they're being very mindful of the interactions that they're making with any type of merchants, ensuring that they're viable, trusted institutions.
The Better Business Bureau's Melanie McGovern says text phishing and imposter scams that claim to be from a student financial aid office or offer a scholarship or promise a part-time job are popular among fraudsters and can swipe personal and financial data.
If it's something that's unfamiliar to you, you didn't sign up for it, the best thing to do is just delete it, get it off your phone so there's no temptation to go back and click on a link.
Also popular, rental scams. Asking for a credit card or a money transfer in order to see the apartment in person for the first time can be a red flag.
Both experts I spoke with advise that after a young consumer applies for their first credit card, make a regular habit of checking their credit report for any kind of unauthorized activity or identity fraud. Also set up alerts for activity on credit and banking accounts. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Right on your screen right now are photos of repairs nearing completion at Windsor and Sunset Elementary Schools. The Cheney School District says these projects were made possible thanks to voters approving a $72 million bond last November. That funding covered more than just repairs. As you saw, the district is also showing off upgrades to Cheney High School Stadium, which fans will get to see at the first football game on September the 5th.
Today, the Salvation Army handed out thousands of free backpacks full of school supplies. This is just one of many organizations trying to make sure that students have everything they need for school, as parents are dealing with stretched budgets this year because of inflation.
While this is a one-day event, that there are resources available throughout the year for families in need, for individuals in need. We have our food bank, we have our Stepping Stones program for people transitioning out of homelessness. We have foster care. We have programs throughout the year that can help people in need.
We have more detailed information on the services offered by the Salvation Army on their website.
For things to know about your weather, it is going to be calmer overnight, but still smoky at times. I'll talk more about that in just a moment. Much cooler weather on the way for Thursday, and then the possibility of some showers Friday and Saturday. I'll tell you all about that up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Bill's Heating and AC has not one, not two, but 3 warehouses overstocked with tankless water heaters. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a tankless water heater installed for only $3,500 to $4,500, depending on the model. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
This year marks a powerful milestone, 90 years of Social Security. Since President Roosevelt signed it into law in 1935, it's been a cornerstone of economic security. Over the past 9 decades, not a single payment has been missed. That's not just reliability. It's a testament to the strength and success of one of America's most trusted institutions. AARP Spokane invites you to a celebration event on August 14th. Gather with your neighbors, meet new friends, and take action to protect what you've earned. Find out more and register at this website.
If you're looking for a great deal on quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection to choose from, then you need to come down to Findlay Honda, Spokane.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in.
Our
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
All right, welcome back. It is pretty much the only thing anybody's talking about right now is all the smoke that's kind of moved into our region from wildfires today.
You can see it, you can smell it, you can almost taste it.
Yes, a very unwelcome sight. Showed up in earnest around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the Spokane area. And right now, we're in not too bad a shape. This is a view over downtown Spokane, or from downtown Spokane over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It has improved in terms of visibility from the smoke. We do still have windy conditions around the region. 36-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane, 33-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane Valley. Down in Pullman, 28-mile-per-hour gusts, very close to that central ferry fire. Air quality index is in the moderate range. However, it is at the very high end of moderate range, almost into that unhealthy for sensitive groups range. And right where you live, you may be in the unhealthy for sensitive groups range, especially if you are in the Eagle Ridge area, down through the Latah Valley, where some of that smoke has been collecting. A couple other spots where we're seeing that unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality down around the Palouse area, and we're going to see this as a bit of a work in progress. Here's what's going on right now. The smoke that moved in this afternoon, actually, despite the fact that we have fires burning all over the region, came from a big fire burning in Olympic National Park that made its way, the smoke, through the Cascades and into the Spokane area. That's the Bear Gulch fire. We're going to see our wind shift, however. Let's take a look at our current situation, our smoke forecast. The winds around the Spokane area more west to northwesterly. That is what has helped drive that wildfire smoke through the Cascade Gaps and into eastern Washington. But now we're going to be watching this fire that we've been talking about down on the Palouse that is blowing smoke to the east currently, is going to, as our winds shift overnight and become more southwesterly, bring that smoke into Spokane County, away from Pullman. And so we are going to see some smoke moving out and more moving in. What we could use is some rain, and we do have that on the way. Tracking our weather pattern, showers as early as Friday morning, more likely as the next cold front comes in. We'll get some rain Friday night and into Saturday, and it looks like we could get some beneficial rains throughout the region. These are forecast rains through Saturday at noon, and we could add to those totals through the day on Saturday and possibly even into Sunday. So tomorrow will be hazy with that wildfire smoke coming up from the south. 82 for a high, 78 on Friday with rain coming in late into Saturday. The best news, temperatures only in the 70s. That is going to be welcome. We start warming up and drying out again the second half of the weekend and into the middle of next week with highs in the mid 80s. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Still ahead, President Trump prepares for a high-stakes meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin aimed at ending the war in Ukraine, while Ukrainian leaders feel they could be left out of the deal.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
It's our Endless Summer Savings Sales Event, where you'll save $12,250 off new Sierra 1500 Denali's or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today. Because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out doorbusters while they last. And make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
As we age, our necks can start to show signs of aging. Joining us today is Dr. Jessica Berge. She's a dermatologist, and she's going to introduce a new, clinically studied topical cream that helps improve the appearance of wrinkled, crepey skin on the neck.
Decladerm really targets crepey skin through its ingredients, which has really been proven to visibly firm and tighten the skin on the neck.
So how long does it take to typically see results?
They did a clinical study where 92% of participants said that their neck and chest looked more youthful after using Decladerm after only 8 weeks.
So I decided to try the Decladerm neck firming cream, and I have really loved the results that I've seen. It's firmer, the texture is so much better.
I found Decladerm. It works so well on your neck area. I can't tell you how much I recommend it.
You can try Decladerm today for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping.
It's our endless summer savings sales event, where you'll save up to $14,000 or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Around the nation now, President Donald Trump held a virtual meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other European leaders ahead of Friday's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Trump said it was a, quote, very good call. CNN's Julia Benbrook has the latest as the president considers his next steps.
President Donald Trump is scheduled to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. It's a high-stakes meeting with the focus on ending the war in Ukraine. Trump has signaled that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will not participate in the meeting, raising fears that Kyiv could get forced into an unfavorable deal. In recent days, the White House has categorized the summit as a listening exercise, appearing to downplay expectations for a peace deal announcement. Trump is now previewing potential next steps.
I would say the second meeting, if the first one goes okay, we'll have a quick second one. I would like to do it almost immediately, and we'll have a quick second meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky and myself if they'd like to have me there. And that would be a meeting where maybe it could be absolutely work. But the first meeting will not work that out. Certain great things can be gained in the first. It's going to be a very important meeting, but it's setting the table for the second meeting.
Ahead of his one-on-one meeting with Putin, Trump met virtually with Zelensky and several European officials. Those involved expressed hope that the call will help shape Trump's view ahead of the Friday talks. Ukraine's European allies have long argued Russia cannot be taken seriously in peace negotiations while its bombs fall daily on Ukrainian cities and its troops attempt to take more land. Following the call, Zelensky reiterated that any decisions about Ukraine must include Ukraine. Reporting at the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Well, still ahead, back-to-school chaos in Lakeland as the district cuts bus routes for hundreds of students, why parents say it's a safety concern, and how some are finding creative solutions. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for best in class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell and Hill.
For over 100 years, we've gathered here. Dusty boots meet blue ribbons, and fair food meets family tradition. At the North Idaho State Fair, we're not just making memories, we're keeping tradition alive. Join us August 15th through the 24th for the best 10 full days of unforgettable memories right here in North Idaho. Get your tickets now at nisfair.fun for the North Idaho State Fair, presented by ICCU.
Looking for a cool new tricked-out truck? Perfect for the Inland Northwest? Then you need to visit Cal Cars, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's Truck Kings. From half to three-quarter ton to dualies and diesels. Like your deal, love your wheels this week in Cal.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Moo Fitness.
Relax with the summer of me.
Oh, isn't this wonderful?
Watch The Summer of Me over the air on MeTV 4.2.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is joining us once again. And Chris, we have seen multiple fires pop up across our region just in the last 3 and 4 hours.
Yeah, and those winds are also pushing smoke all over the Inland Northwest now.
Yes, we are waiting with bated breath for those winds to die down. Temperatures will drop. Things will improve dramatically. But right now, we are in the midst of a News 4 First Alert Weather Alert Day for severe fire weather conditions across eastern Washington, and our red flag warning, our fire weather warning, continues until 9 o'clock tonight. Wind gusts have been in the 40-mile-per-hour range, starting to back off just a hair, but very low relative humidities, all the conditions for extreme fire danger, and we have seen those fires showing up. Our forecast winds, will still see winds, or seeing winds right now in the 30 to 35-mile-per-hour range, even higher in parts of the Columbia Basin. As we get into the evening, the cold front that brought those winds goes off to the south and east. We will see things dying down. Again, the fire weather warning goes until 9 o'clock, and it will still be breezy late tonight, but winds will continue to die down overnight as we get into the overnight hours. Our high temperatures today, meanwhile, this has been another part of this fire weather day. We have been in the lower 90s for highs in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 102 in Lewiston, also lower 90s in Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, and Colville. We'll see temperatures drop about 10 degrees for tomorrow. Most locations will be in the 80s. We'll be in the lower to mid 80s around the Spokane area. The one lingering problem from today will be the air quality. We do have some wildfire smoke that is expected to stick around for tomorrow. 82 for a high compares to an average high of 85. It will be hazy sunshine. What we could use is some rain, and there is some in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you about it in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. Some big changes are coming to the Rathdrum School District in North Idaho.
8 bus routes are being cut after a $500,000 hit to the district's transportation budget. Alexander Conyards breaks down what's behind these financial troubles in Rathdrum and what it means for families.
The start of school normally brings excitement, but for Lakeland parents, it's bringing transportation chaos and a lot of stress as the district cuts 8 of its usual bus routes.
It's actually really extremely upsetting and discouraging because a lot of families have to have both parents working. They have to have that 2-household income.
Savannah Burdadich has 3 kids in Spirit Lake schools, where students are losing most of their transportation services. Lakeland high and middle school students will also lose bus routes. The district says this is because most users live within 1.5 miles of these schools.
And while that might not seem like the biggest distance, parents have raised concerns over what this will mean in the wintertime, when areas like this could be covered in snow, as well as the safety for these kids, as they tell me many of the streets in Spirit Lake are unpaved.
For me, I could never let my kids walk to school knowing that there's a chance that they could be hit by a car by somebody not paying attention and that there's no sidewalks for them to walk on safely.
These cuts come after a turbulent year for the Lakeland School District. In November, a proposed levy failed. A reduced levy passed this spring, but it puts the district $2 million in the hole. Kate McCarthy, a parent who has been heavily involved with the district, was not surprised by these cuts.
It makes me sad for those families that are squeezed, but again, I hope this lights a fire under those families. We need to be more involved.
The district says it is accepting feedback and will make small changes to routes throughout the school year if needed. In the meantime, it's pushed Burdadich to get creative and make use of a neighbor's old van to bring some kids to and from school.
I will be making this van something that we can use and that I can help my community.
In Rathdrum, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, the Friends of Manitou are getting ready for their fall plant sale next Saturday. It runs from 8 a.m. to 3 just outside the Geyser Conservatory in Spokane's Manitou Park. You'll find everything from grasses to shrubs to houseplants. The event also takes plastic pot recycling as long as they're unbroken and either black or green. All proceeds support projects and activities at Manitou Park.
The Spokane Riverkeeper is calling on volunteers to help clean up the river this Friday. The group will start at the boat ramp on West Water Avenue at 10 a.m., then hit the water by 10:30, working their way to Downriver Park. The Riverkeeper will provide trash bags, gloves, and grabbers, but personal flotation devices are required. You can bring your own boat or reserve a spot on the Riverkeeper raft, but space is limited. You can find a link to register to volunteer on KXLY.com.
All right, when it comes to the economy, many are wondering when the Federal Reserve will lower interest rates. Those are the rates banks charge each other to borrow and lend.
CNN's Jen Sullivan explains what the Fed looks at when adjusting those rates.
Interest rates impact the cost to borrow money for things like a mortgage, car payments, even credit card debt. Fed rates have remained between 4.25 and 4.5% since December of last year. The Federal Reserve will announce on September 17th whether we'll see any changes to those rates. So what does the Fed look at when considering lowering rates? One report is the Consumer Price Index, which measures the change in price for a variety of goods each month.
The CPI is a measure of inflation that is really most relevant to consumers.
Greg McBride with Bankrate says the CPI is just one of the many reports the Federal Reserve looks at when considering lowering interest rates. This latest CPI report released Tuesday shows inflation ticked up 0.2% in July, and overall, inflation is up 2.7% from a year ago.
This could be the calm before the storm.
The Federal Reserve also looks at unemployment numbers and overall economic growth. Many financial experts like McBride worry President Donald Trump's tariffs could make inflation worse.
I'm bracing for a series of elevated inflation readings.
Many businesses loaded up their warehouses with pre-tariffed goods, so experts fear we haven't seen the full impact of those tariffs on prices.
It might take a few more months before those fully make their way to the consumer, and as a result, I expect inflation's going to pick up.
McBride says it's too early to tell whether the Fed will lower rates in September. They'll look at August CPI report and the next jobs report. But if inflation goes up, a rate cut may not happen. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, all 3 starting quarterbacks for the Inland Northwest Division I college football programs are brand new starters this year.
WSU, Idaho, and Eastern race toward opening kickoff with new faces under center, all with similar mindsets.
They spoke to all of them today at fall camp, and you won't want to miss this close look into the program's newest leaders and how they plan to elevate their squads this season.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing, plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The hot summer specials are on now this week at Findlay Downtown Honda.
This is your chance to get one of the best vehicles made for less.
And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, our lot is packed full of great choices. And we're pricing them all to sell fast.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
Making it the perfect time to visit Findlay Honda Spokane today.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
The legendary Ed Sullivan, the untold story, how he changed American history by inviting all these great acts on his show when no one else would. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The guys from Workaholics try to go all the way.
No one has ever gotten 3 in a row.
We should phone a friend just to say how well we're doing.
And the stars from Hacks are in the hot seat.
You okay?
You know, it's not relaxing.
New Millionaire tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The trio of Washington State, Idaho, and Eastern Washington all debut starting quarterbacks, each with their own pretty unique paths to the role. Today we sat down with all of them to hear their stories, and we'll start with the presumptive WSU Cougar starter, Zevi Eckhouse. Coach Jimmy Rogers is waiting to announce the Cougs starting quarterback for now, but Eckhouse, who's in his second season on the Palouse, is looking like he'll be the guy for Washington State this season. He started in the Holiday Bowl for the Cougs in December, which showed a glimpse into what he can do on the field. But it's the non-football plays that Zevi believes will set him apart from the rest of the quarterback room.
I don't think you can ever stop finding ways to be a better leader. You know, you come across so many different personalities and so many different players and so many different coaches. I think that's something that really separates me is my ability to lead, you know, and I think that, like, on the field stuff, like I said, utilizing my legs, obviously utilizing my arm, you know, those are big things that I think, you know, kind of solidify me as a starting quarterback role.
Cougs are about done with fall camp now. Only 2 practices remain. And unlike those Cougs, Idaho named their starting quarterback at the beginning of fall camp. Joshua Wood, a transfer from Fresno State, future Pac-12 school, will be the man under center for the Vandals this season. And although he spent time in California, he grew up in Washington, playing 4A high school football, and he was named Gatorade High School Football Player of the Year. Through his recruitment process, he also built a connection with head coach Thomas Ford, who was able to convince Josh to join the Vandals just a few years later.
What did he say to kind of get you to come here and make the jump?
You know, he told me how the guys were around the building, what the coaching staff was, the strength staff, and basically just gave me the layout and the blueprint on how this team was going to be and, you know, and what I could do to come in and impact this team. And so with everything that he told me in the blueprint, I liked it, and that was from there on.
And to catch more of Sydney's interviews with Eckhouse and Wood, make sure you watch our Countdown to Kickoff special August 24th. The 2 quarterbacks are going to face off against each other just 17 days from now when the Cougs and Vandals play at the end of August. And the Eastern Washington Eagles are following that trend up, prepping for a new man starting under center in Jared Taylor, a junior college product who enters his 6th season of college football this fall. That's a good amount. Taylor saw plenty of game action last year, appeared in 11 games, and he scored a trifecta against Idaho State, all on the ground, in a breakout performance. We caught up with Taylor after practice today and what he can contribute best to the team as that rare 6th-year quarterback.
Reps build confidence, and confidence, usually you end up playing better. You end up taking more chances, more smart chances, taking more risks. But playing for 6 years, I think it's huge. Even JUCO games when there was 45 people in the stands, I'd still get nervous for it. It was still a big game to me because I knew what it meant to me. So
Taylor and the Eags now ready for their scrimmage at One Spokane Stadium tomorrow. We'll be there right across the street to bring those sights and sounds to you, and a lot more from all 3 of those interviews. We're going to have all of those, plus high school, Seahawks. We're getting it all done in that kickoff special. That's coming up Sunday, August 24th at 7 p.m. on KXLY+. Won't want to miss that. It's going to be just so much fun.
And you could tell just how windy it was out there in Cheney in that interview.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Jack, thank you.
Well, absolutely pathetic. That's the reaction from police in Louisville, Kentucky, where today a woman died after getting shot while walking a child to school.
Police say they're now looking for a suspect in that shooting that happened near a school bus stop. ABC's Olivia Rubin has more.
Today, gunfire erupting near a school bus stop in Louisville, Kentucky. A woman walking a young student to school shot and killed.
3 shots fired at the bus stop, 1 person on the ground.
The shots ringing out around 8 a.m., police say, near multiple school bus stops and young kids in the area. Police now urgently looking for a suspect, releasing these photos.
Obviously, this person presents a clear and definitive danger to the community, and we want to make sure that he is taken into custody as soon as possible.
But it's not the first time this has happened in the area.
This is the 2nd time in a week that we're talking about this, and it is absolutely pathetic.
Less than a week ago, on the first day of school, a 15-year-old was arrested, accused of firing multiple shots near the same bus stop.
Kids should be able to go to school, go to the bus stop in the morning without any fear of gun violence, of having to run for their life in the morning.
The mayor now making a plea for the entire community to step up.
I'm angry. I'm angry at the individual who killed this woman today. I'm angry at the 2 people who shot at the same bus stop last week. I'm angry that people still do this in 2025 in our city at bus stops, and that we keep having the same conversations over and over again as a city, as a state, that we keep hearing expressions of thoughts and prayers for victims.
Now, police say they've had officers at that bus stop every single morning since that shooting last week. Today, though, the first morning, they weren't there. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
4 things to know about your weather. Winds are going to be dying down. It will be calmer overnight, smoky at times, much cooler tomorrow with showers possible Friday and Saturday. Your 7-day forecast and Wildlife Wednesday is next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It's our Endless Summer Savings Sales Event, where you'll save $12,250 off new Sierra 1500 Denali's or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
At Walker's Furniture, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having a 3-day mattress sale where you can beat the Labor Day crowds and save hundreds on top name brand mattresses. Shop early to get 2 free pillows with your mattress purchase while supplies last. Plus, take advantage of 3 years no interest financing with no money down, as well as free delivery and up to $300 of free furniture with select purchases. This weekend only at Walker's.
Let's do it. August 28th through September 1st, the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park returns to beautiful Riverfront Park. Free admission, 65 food booths, 300 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, and 88 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim, Sammy Eubanks, Tone Loc, the Blues Beatles from Brazil, Atomic Punk's Van Halen Tribute, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 28th through September 1st, attend the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Nothing says summer better than spending time on your deck. From the afternoon barbecues to the late night socials, the deck has become the most fun place to be. And nobody knows decking better than the pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
From composite to PVC or wood decking to beautiful railing options. If you're looking for a great new deck, Windsor has the best selection at the best prices.
Windsor Plywood.
It's our Endless Summer Savings Sales Event, where you'll save up to $14,000 or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
All right, welcome back. We've been talking an awful lot about all the smoke that's blown into our region today because of all the wildfires.
Yes. Yeah, and it could be dangerous for some people.
Absolutely, a lot of people. And I think we're finding out just in the last 6 years how many people are affected by the smoke. And that is why we take our weather alert days so seriously, not only because of the fires, but the smoke. And it is a weather alert day for severe fire weather conditions, and that is going to continue. We are just about over the worst of it, but we have a fire weather warning until 9 o'clock tonight because of the hot, dry, and windy weather. Those winds will be dying down. Our air quality is in the moderate range. It's on the higher end of moderate, and there are certainly pockets where it's in the unhealthy for sensitive groups range, and we will see the air quality bouncing most likely between these two areas over the next 24 hours, possibly getting into the unhealthy. But again, a lot of that depends on the fire behavior itself. What we could use is some rain, and that's what I'm excited to tell you about. The cold front that's picked up our winds is now jetting off to the south and east. We're going to be in a break between systems tomorrow. Should be a fairly calm day, and then the next system comes in Friday morning, 7 a.m. The possibility of a little bit of light precipitation in the morning, much more likely once this first initial front moves through. We'll get some rain coming in Friday night and into Saturday. Here Saturday at noon, we're also going to get another round of cooler air with this second front. So our high temperature trend, white line right here is average high, goes from 82 tomorrow, a 10-degree drop from today, down into the 70s Friday and Saturday with the chance of some showers. And then we start warming back up again, but mid-80s, not the mid-90s of earlier this week. Tomorrow will be hazy from that wildfire smoke. Take care of yourself and your young'uns and the elderly and your neighbors. Rain coming in. A chance in the morning, a better chance Friday night and into Saturday. A slight chance of thunderstorms Saturday, mainly over the higher terrain. And then we begin drying out again, but only into the mid-80s for temperatures. It's Wildlife Wednesday, and I want to share this adorable photo with you from Mark Boat. I don't even know how he spotted this sweet mule deer doe there in the canola. Maybe it was the ginormous ears, but as mule deers tend to have. But a very cute picture there, Mark. I love this picture from Amy Zarnota, a great gray owl. Amy says it's the first time she's had a chance to photograph them. They are rare. And finally, from Courtney Litwin, a yearling moose in the golden hour light, looking like a supermodel. She says mom was nearby, in fact, ran right in front of her car. But mom protecting the yearling. Thank you for the wildlife photos, and let's hope that things are safe for the next couple of hours.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Chris, thank you. Well, while we're dealing with extreme heat, other parts of the country are dealing with deadly storms and flash flooding.
And several people even needed to be rescued in Tennessee. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more.
First responders conducting swift water rescues late Tuesday in Hamilton County, Tennessee, as heavy rain led to flooding. In this stunning rescue video, you can see people being evacuated in the early morning hours. Officials declaring a state of emergency after storms with 5 to 7 inches of rainfall led to dangerous flash flooding around Chattanooga. A police officer putting one woman on his back to rescue her from her car on Interstate 24 Tuesday. The storm also proving deadly. The Chattanooga Fire Department saying a man swept away by floodwaters was found dead. And the Hamilton County Office of Emergency Management saying 2 adults and a child died. The saturated ground caused a tree to fall on their car. The wet ground also causing this massive tree to come down in Rossville, Georgia. No one was hurt. And luckily, no one was injured in South Carolina when lightning struck an electric pole in Myrtle Beach Tuesday. In Alaska, the governor announcing a state disaster declaration, ordering evacuations near Juneau over concerns that Mendenhall glacier melt could cause dangerous flooding. Officials saying today the flood reached a crest of 16.65 feet, a record.
This is an active and evolving incident. We are still engaged in flood response. Although the river has crested and is dropping, we are still responding to this flood, and we respectfully ask for the public's continued cooperation in staying out of these neighborhoods.
And Royal Caribbean saying their ship Vision of the Seas will skip Bermuda and head straight to Florida to avoid Tropical Storm Erin, which is churning in the Atlantic. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for best in class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
Are you looking for a cool new tricked out truck? Something lifted and loaded, perfect for the Inland Northwest? Then you need to head on out to Cal Cars Superstores, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's Truck Kings.
We always have the best selection of trucks in the 509 and the 208.
Half-ton to three-quarter ton, to dualies and diesels. Nobody has a better selection at a better price than Cal. Like your deal, love your wheels. This week at Cal.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out doorbusters while they last. And make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
The hot summer savings are heating up this week at Findlay Honda Spokane.
This is your chance to get one of the best vehicles made for less.
And it's also your chance to get great lease specials on 2025 Honda Accords and 2026 Honda Passports.
And remember, this week we're offering $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
Which makes it a perfect time to trade up to a new vehicle this week at Findlay Honda Spokane.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
We're still seeing wind gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range in the Spokane area, 30 to 35 common elsewhere. Fire weather warning continues until 9 o'clock tonight.
So I know earlier in the week you said we just need to get through today. So should these calm down later tonight?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Much better conditions tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get through it, and we'll see you at 11.